Oh boy, welcome to a brand new video. I just sneezed and the sneeze actually made my stomach hurt. Damn. Either way, welcome to a brand new video, guys. Today we are back with another rumor coming to us from 4chan and also something really interesting posted by Centro Pokemon, which we're going to take a look at second. So we're going to start with the actual rumor here, which is about Gen 4 and stuff. So we're going to start with this one and then we're going to go from there onto everything else, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go over to the centroleak stuff, or centroleaks, Twitter account thing that they posted after this. But this is actually really important stuff. So let's start with this. Remakes 2021. This is the first rumor. Here's what it has to say. So, Diamond Pearl Remakes releases on next November. The Dex resembles Platinum, but with new Pokemon like Colossal, Turtonator, Drampa, Sourcebug, Tyrantrum, Aurorus, Cryogonal, Ice-Cube. Or Ace-Q, I don't know how to say the name properly, but yeah, those Pokemon. The roots are larger than the original, resembling a wild area. That would actually be really fun if it is true. I'd actually love if the whole world was wild area. Then he continues on saying, some wild Pokemon walk along the route. Along the routes, there are 2 to 5 spots like power-up spots and raid battles with strong Pokemon like Gyarados and Rhyperior, which, again, also would make sense since they won't have an actual wild area in the game, but every area can kind of work like it. Similar to how the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor works, right? Where you don't have a routes tell you directly what to do, and there's no specific wild area. The whole thing is a wild area, like the whole maps are a wild area there. So it would make sense then that if there is no wild area in the, in the Gen 4 remakes, that instead the whole world would be sort of like similar to Crown Tundra. The whole world would be the wild area, so you need to have a few of those raid dens here and there for that sort of stuff, since you won't have a wild area for people to go to do raids. So yeah, the gyms resemble the Galarian stadiums, but without Dynamax mechanics. Megas will return. Johto and Sinnoh starters, Luxray, Staraptor, Dragonite, Hydreigon will get new ones, I guess is what he's trying to say, which would be awesome, by the way. Dude, the Johto and Sinnoh starters getting Megas would be bellissimo. I'd love it. And of course, Luxray is amazing. It's my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. Staraptor, one of my favorite birds, early bird Pokemon, like starter birds, whatever you want to call them. Or early root birds, right? Like, definitely the final evolution, like, favorite of mine, out of all of them, out of, like, whatever other options we have, Pidgeot, etc., Tailo, blah, 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 not Tailo, Swellow, I guess, you get my point, like, it's just the best one. Then Dragonite, I mean, come on, I want a Dragonite to get a Gigantamax or Mega for a long time now. Hydreigon, fair enough, and then he continues on. In Eterna City, the Dialga statue, Dialkia statue resembles the manga version, photo annexed. Oh, and there you see that image from, from the manga, which I remember seeing that a while back. After defeating Maylene, you can get a Johto starter, which would be cool. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina will get forms like Primal Reversion called Celestial Truth. The post-game is called Gracious Reversion, which, that sounds pretty insane, but, there you go, that's basically the rumor. Now, I don't know about this one personally, I'm a little bit torn on it, if it's real or not, again, kind of hard to tell. Oh boy, look at that, just got some stuff over there that should not be there, but yeah, so basically, this rumor to me, it sounds pretty cool. I like the idea of there being, the whole world being essentially the wild area, and, not requiring there to be a sort of, specific wild area to go to, but that the whole world is working in that open sense, right? Not in an open world, but, routes that are freely explorable with a third-person camera and stuff like that. Like, that would be fantastic. But this is what takes us now to the next thing here, which is from Central Pokemon. So remember, this was a rumor we just read from 4chan. But next is something Central Pokemon said, which gets me really worried. He says, we may never get a new Let's Go branded Pokemon game ever again. But new main series entries using the simplified gameplay style introduced in Let's Go. Never say never. That's all we're going to say. And then he posted a tweet here, which has now been deleted, I think. I think it's been deleted. I can't find it. Yeah, it seems like it's gone. So it doesn't exist anymore, which is interesting. Kind of strange. It's kind of strange it doesn't exist anymore. But then he says, this tweet isn't about any specific game. At this point in time, we don't know if next year's games will use the simplified game style, but we do not rule out the possibility. And then a few people down here make some really good points that I want to bring up. So Shining Star says, like how things like the Box Link and Overworld Pokemon, things that were introduced in Let's Go, carried over to Sword and Shield. True, there are things from that game that carried over to the next one. Then Legacy says something interesting. Here they go, Diamond Pro remake / reboot / sequel with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee capture mechanic and the terrible grid maps, as that rumor that got right Galarian Mr. Mime stated long ago. I totally can see that coming. Then somebody says you're completely wrong. They will only bring over this art style from Let's Go. You have to see it between a mix of X and Y, ORAS, and Let's Go. They almost have to, as the Sinnoh region has only square roads, and they had to redesign the whole region to fit the Gen 8 art style. And then Legacy says we'll see. You can't say I'm completely wrong if nothing is confirmed at this point in time, which is true. So remember, what I want to say about this, right, is that I personally don't think we're gonna get like we're not gonna get a Let's Go Diamond and Pearl. I don't think that's going to happen, okay? But what is being said here by Centro is not that we're going to get a new game called Let's Go or whatever. He literally says we may not get another one branded as Let's Go, but some of the features and the very simple, basic nature of the game may be carried over to the remake. Now, this would be bad. I will tell you right now, this would be horrible. Now, you might be like, oh, I love Let's Go. I'd love that. But no. Listen. The reason Let's Go, I give Let's Go a pass, and I let it slide, and I did kind of hate it initially, and I was worried about it, was because I thought it would replace the normal remakes. The normal remakes I'm talking about is Fire Red, Heart Gold Soul Silver, ORAS. These remakes feature extra stuff, new content, new features, stuff like that. They add in stuff that is like, that adds to the game. Sure, there wasn't loads of post-game in ORAS, but there was post-game in ORAS. There was stuff to do. You had the Delta episode, you had the soaring, you had this and that. You had stuff to do. The problem with Let's Go is there is nothing to do, okay? There is no good competitive scene there. Let's Go was horrible for competitive. You only had Kanto Pokemon. It was atrocious, okay? Just horrible. Just horrible, okay? Not good at all. Number 2, there was nothing to do in postgame. You literally could shiny hunt and that's it. They had the master trainers, which were boring as shit. There was nothing, like, there's no point in doing those battles. It was just pointless to go through and do the master trainers. It wasn't fun in any sense of the word, right? It was just like a tedious, boring thing that didn't really matter at the end of the day, right? That's what I'm worried about. I just hope they don't do Let's Go like that, like another Let's Go style game, which is what he's trying to say here, is that they're going to introduce a gameplay style, Let's Go, might be used, that simplified style, which, oh my god, I would hate that. I would genuinely hate that. Like, please no. Like, I would want Let's Go to stay as its own separate, part of Pokemon, like a separate little entity that's not part of the main series and all that sort of stuff. Jeez, my hair. That isn't part of the main series, RPGs, but that it's like a separate entity on the sideline doing its own thing and not messing with, the main series games. That's what I want. And this right here, this tweet worries the shit out of me because, listen, the Let's Go capture mechanic was shit, okay? I don't care what anybody says, it was boring. It was annoying, I wanted to battle wild Pokemon, I was tired of non-stop having to throw like this, it is just not fun, okay? It wasn't fun, I just literally got tired of doing it. Like, I just got tired in my arm, I got tired in general. It's just not a very fun way for me personally to play the game. I don't want to play Pokemon Go. If I want to play Pokemon Go, I have a phone right here. There you go, I got a phone. I can literally just go, download Pokemon Go and play it on my phone. I don't need that capture mechanic personally. I really just disliked it, honestly. That was like my biggest gripe with that game, was the capture mechanic. It was just freaking annoying, dude. Just pure annoying, boring, freaking tedious. I hated it. Just hated it. And also, on top of that, it didn't even work properly. The gyro was all sorts of messed up. You know how many times, whenever I'm throwing straight forward, it would just fly off into the fucking stratosphere? It was horrible. It just definitely was not a good game in that sense when it comes to the controlling. And that shit was boring. But on top of that, the things that were bad about Let's Go, the lack of content. There's nothing to do. The game was lackluster. The only thing you could do was shiny hunt. And guess what? Not everybody enjoys shiny hunting. But if you wanted to Wi-Fi battle, guess what? You have barely any Pokemon to choose from. You just got a tiny little amount of them. And guess what? If you can find one combination of Pokemon that works, because it's just a Kanto Pokemon, and boom, you win every battle. Or you go up against the same team every single time. You know what I mean? It just wasn't fun. And if they're remaking Gen 4, I'm not expecting them in Gen 4 to include every Pokemon. They're not going to do that. But there will be more Pokemon Pokemon and more combinations of Pokemon you can use. There'll be more things. There'll be just stuff that'll be different. If it, if it isn't a Let's Go game, because we need that post game. We need the Battle Frontier. We need the Underground. We need these other features. They are necessary in my mind. And if they decide to just skip over them because, we're doing a simplified game, that's what these remakes are now. Simplified, shitty games we're just putting out there for money. That just wouldn't be fun to me. So, I don't know. I'm really worried about this. I do hope that they don't go down this path. I'm really worried that this is being said by Centro. But he does make a point, though, which is he doesn't say this is for next year's game. He points this out. This Sweden is about any specific game. But this is something we should maybe keep in mind. That if they don't do any more Let's Go games, they may do other games, but just with the simplified Let's Go style. Because they saw sales. Because Let's Go sold good. And I'm not saying that Let's Go was horrible. There was stuff that was good about Let's Go. The open world Pokemon, fantastic. The shiny hunting method, amazing. Okay, just freaking beautiful. The art style, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was like pretty cute and nice, and it wasn't like overbearing. It fit well. The biggest problem otherwise, though, for the graphics wasn't really about the graphics, but more about the design of the game, which was that they made it in the grid style. The grid style that they've done for years now, which is horrible, and Pokemon needs to just like F off with that shit. They need to drop it. They gotta stop using the grid maps. They're not good. It's very limiting in like, what they can do by doing that, which is why they've strayed away from that with Sword and Shield now to majority with the wild area, and as proven by the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor, you don't need grid maps. You can literally skip doing them. You don't need them. It's proven now that you can do an open world Pokemon type of game, and it works really well. So please, for the love of God, Game Freak, do not give us a Let's Go Diamond and Pearl. I do not want to see that. Please just give us a Let's Go, just other Let's Go games. Let's Go Johto, please. That would be fine. I'd be fine with that, okay? Let's Go Johto, I'm okay with that. But Gen 4, I want a normal remake, okay? I want a normal remake for it, please. Don't scare me, man. Don't scare me. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gents.